Welcome you all to the most interesting and informative biology live session on the wonderful platform of Avanti. Lecture number 5, Molecular Basis of Inheritance, in front of your screen. Right? So let us begin. Okay? Let's begin. अभी तक जो सीखा है सब याद है, right? Replication. We had learned replication, the mechanism of replication, the enzymes which are used in the replication process. Is that right? Yes, it is right. Okay. So now my question to you is, the question is, which enzyme helps in unwinding the DNA strand? Which enzyme helps in unwinding the DNA strands? Abhishek will answer. Abhishek, can you answer? Abhishek DK. Abhishek DK. Rest can answer in the chat. Abhishek will speak. And Abhishek, if you do not know the answer, you need to tell pass. You can just pass it to someone else. Are you listening to me, Abhishek DK? DK? Maybe some network issue is there. So many answers I have got already. Harshit, can you try answering? Harshit? Oh my God. So shy students, or network is not working. Who can, give the answer? Any volunteer? Raise your hand. Any volunteer? Mahavirya. Okay, Mahavirya. So which enzyme is useful for unwinding the DNA helix?
Helicase, ma'am.
Very good. It is helicase. The next question is to Ankita. Ankita also raised the hand. The next question to Ankita is, Ankita? Are you accepting the request? Yeah. So the next question to you is, to release the tension, which enzyme is used? To release the tension, which enzyme is used? Are you listening? To release the tension, which enzyme is used? Yes, that's right. I don't know what is Ankita doing. Ankita, you need to accept it. Then only you will get unmuted. So I'm gonna, Sahana. Sahana is raising hand. Let me. Sahana.
Topoisomerase 2, ma'am.
Topoisomerase 2. Topoisomerase 2, which is also called as gyrase. Right? Very good. Very nice. The next question is, which enzyme or which protein helps in keeping the double-stranded DNA in the single-stranded form? Who will answer? Raise your hand. कौन volunteer करेगा? Who can speak? Who is very confident here? कोई है? Hari Prakash. Mahavir. Ankita, your microphone is not working now. Then why are you troubling me? Your microphone is not working. Then Hari, ठीक है? Mahavir answered one question, right? Yes, Hari.
Ma'am, RNA primer.
गलत. बिल्कुल गलत. What was the question? Which proteins helps in keeping the DNA in single-stranded form? My question was, which proteins helps in keeping the DNA in single-stranded form? Sampada is right. Who else can answer? Mahavirya. I am passing it to Mahavirya. Mahavirya, what is the answer?
SSB protein, ma'am. Single-strand DNA binding protein.
Amazing. It is SSB protein, single-stranded DNA binding protein. That's nice. Chalo. So this is what we had learned. Yes. So let's begin. Yes. All right. So this was done on Escherichia coli. Obviously, always our experiment material most of the time is what? Escherichia coli. It was done by Messelson and Stahl in the year 1958. So what was the experiment all about? The experiment was to prove the semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. The experiment was to prove the DNA replication that it happens semi-conservatively. Okay? So now we are going to see what exactly happens. E. coli, the bacteria E. coli, that will have DNA, right? So that E. coli bacteria that was grown, the E. coli bacteria was grown in the medium having nitrogen. Okay? You will not understand like this if I say. I will, explain like this. What was done by Messelson and Stahl? E. coli. It was having its own DNA, right? So DNA obviously has nitrogen, right? Nitrogenous bases they have, no? They have nitrogenous bases, right? So this E. coli was grown in nitrogen medium. This E. coli was grown in nitrogen medium, and the nitrogen medium was, NH4Cl. And this NH4Cl was having isotope of nitrogen. Generally, normal nitrogen has what mass number? Let me check your chemistry now. What is the mass number of nitrogen? 14, right? Atomic number is 7 and mass number is 14. It can be found in isotopes. Obviously, isotope atomic number is always same. Mass number differs. 15. So what is this? Atomic number is same, but mass number is different. It means it is isotope of nitrogen. They are isotope to each other. Which one is heavy? This one is heavy. Why is this heavy? Because mass number is more. So N15 nitrogen is heavy isotope. This is heavy isotope. So these people, they grew E. coli in heavy isotope medium, N15 medium. Solution was NH4Cl and the nitrogen was having mass number 15. They grew it for several generations. बहुत सारे generation के लिए grow कराया. They grew it for several generations. On an average, it was, how many generations? Around 17 generations. Around for 17 generations, they grew it. They kept growing it. As a result, what they got? As a result, now every E. coli was having nitrogen. And the nitrogen was having what mass number? Nitrogen was having what mass number? 15. So the DNA content of the E. coli now, the nitrogen of the E. coli now was having which mass number? 15. Was having which mass number? 15, right? 15. Got it? So every nitrogen in E. coli will be having nitrogen of mass number 15. Got it? Now, so E. coli has what? Double-stranded DNA, circular double-stranded DNA, right? So I'm just, to understand, I'm drawing like this, okay? So even this strand will have nitrogen 15 and even this strand will have nitrogen 15. Got it? Both the strands, which type of nitrogen they will have? Nitrogen 15. Cool? Now what he had done? First generation. Now what he had done? Look at it very carefully. Now the E. coli, which was having N15. Now from here onwards concept comes. The E. coli has what? N15. Which nitrogen they have? Nitrogen having 15 mass number. What he did was, now he gave which medium? Now he gave which medium? Now he gave N14 medium. Just a second. N14 medium. And then allowed E. coli to grow. Okay? Now N15 was kept in what? N14 medium, and then they allowed it to grow, replicate. You know, after 20 minutes, they could divide. Cytokinesis was done in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, they could divide. And what happened in 20 minutes? What happened in 20 minutes? What will happen? Replication will happen. Now, if you get two cells, obviously DNA got replicated. Yes or no? So what would have happened? You will separate N15, right? This is the parental strand. This is the parental strand. Now what medium you have given? Which type of nitrogen? N14. So now the next strand, the new strand which will form, will have which type of nitrogen? Are you giving 15? No. You are giving 14. So the new strand will have which nitrogen? N14 nitrogen. Got it? You got it, but they did not get it. Okay, you got this, but they did not get it. Just they did one experiment. Now to confirm this, they did density centrifugation. What did they do? Density centrifugation. Density centrifugation. Density centrifugation means according to the density, they will get aligned. है ना, जिसका ज़्यादा density होगा, where it will be? Where will you get the materials which have more density? Bottom or up? Obviously bottom, right? So density centrifugation he did. Why? Because they were differing in mass number, right? They were differing in mass number. So if something is coming here, it means it must be N15, N15. Heavy, right? If the DNA strands are making band here in middle, matlab it is hybrid, right? One strand should be one N14 and the strand should be N15. And if it is coming at top, matlab very light, it is what? Light. How it is light? N14, N14. Okay, so this is how they could confirm things. So when they grew it for one generation, what will be the result? Tell me. They will get light band, hybrid band, or heavy band. For this result, tell me. All the band will be what? N15, N14, N15, N14. What will they get? N15, N14, N15, N14. What is it? What is it? They are going to get hybrid band. Yes or no? Is it getting clear? So when they got hybrid band, that confirmed that one is heavy and one is what? Light. One is heavy, one came from the parent, and one is light, which we gave. And that confirmed the semi-conservative replication of DNA. Semi-conservative replication of DNA. Obviously, they will not of different color, Pranav. Just to understand, I have drawn it as different color. Okay? Alright? Agar different color hota, if it was of different color, then why there was need of doing density centrifugation? There was no need of doing density centrifugation, right? It is not radioisotope that it start blinking and all. It is just isotope. Please mind it. Make a note of it. It is not radioactive. It is only isotope. Same atomic number, different mass number. Got it? So this was the experiment done by Michelson and Stahl. Okay. Any doubt is there in the experiment? If there is no doubt, I will give you a question and you can answer it. ठीक है? चलो. The question is this. The question is this, that the N15 E. coli, N15 E. coli, I am letting it grow for 2 generations. I am letting it grow for 2 generations in N14 medium. In N14 medium, tell me what percentage you will be getting heavy, what percentage you will be getting hybrid, and what percentage you will be getting light for 2 generations. This is how the questions will come in the exam. They will tell you 2 generation, 3 generation. Then they will ask you what is the ratio of light, hybrid, and heavy. I want to know the ratio of what? Light, DNA, hybrid DNA, and what? Heavy DNA. Tell me what is it? Yes. Everyone is getting it, na? Hari, Vinayak, Pranav, Prakruti. What is the ratio? For 1 generation. In 1 generation, what will happen? Just separate it. Hai na? Now draw it with different color to understand. This is N14. This is 1 generation, right? You allowed it to grow for 2 generations. What will be happening in the 2nd generation? You will get N15, N14. This is N15. This is parental strand, right? Now add the new one here, N14. New one will always be N14. Similarly, ditto carbon copy will happen here also. Ditto thing will happen, na? N15, N14, and then new one will always be N14, N14. So you got 4, right? 4 results, 4 DNAs. Now find out how many of them are light. Anyone is N14, N14? Yeah, this is N14, N14. This is also N14, N14. So how many N14, N14 you got? 2. Right? Going forward, how many hybrids did you get? N15, N14 and N15, N14. How many did you get? 2. Right? How many heavy did you get? 0. How many heavy did you get? 0. Simplify it. 1:1. Right? 1:1. All right. You can tell कि 50% is heavy and 50% percentage wise if someone tell you, कि tell us percentage wise. So percentage wise, what will you say? कि 50% of the DNA are heavy and the other 50% are what? Hybrid. Sorry. 50% are what? Light and the other 50% are what? Hybrid. There is no heavy N15, N15. Got it? Yeah, they will not get any heavy here in this case. Okay, this is how you have to calculate. This is how you need to calculate. Out of how many you are getting, you know? Out of 4. Out of 4 you are getting 2. You are getting 2 light and 2 hybrid. Matlab 50% is the result. Okay. This is how they are going to ask you the question. Yes? How many of you have understood? Please click on yes. बहुत easy है. It is very easy. This is how they are going to ask questions. ठीक है? किसको समझ नहीं आया? Click on no. जिसको समझ नहीं आया, click on no. Got it. ठीक है, चलो. हाँ, as you increase the generation, जैसे जैसे you will increase the generation, light band will increase. Light band will increase. Because every time you are adding what? N14. Right? That is why. Sakshi, please tell about third generation. Sakshi, you do it. You do it, Sakshi. You do it. This is your second generation, na? Do the third generation as homework, Sakshi. Separate it. It will take a lot of time. That is why I am not doing it. Separate this. These are the parent strand. Separate this and add N14, N14. Separate this and add N14, N14. Separate this N14, N14. And add one more N14, N14. Now you will get it. Right? So do it. If you can't do it, then you can come back to me and ask. Okay? So that is that. This was the experimental proof. This was heavy. In the middle, it was what? Hybrid. And in here, top, it was N14, N14 light. Okay? Yes, Ramesh. Bilkul sahi. After first generation, you will not get heavy. You will always keep getting hybrid or light. Hybrid or light. Yeah, because every time you are giving N14. Okay? So whatever we have discussed, that is written in the form of PPT. Those who wish to learn, they can read it out. Okay? I have said the same thing. Alright? Okay. So this is how Meselson and Stahl, they proved the semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. How? Can you recall how? They used heavy nitrogen. Which nitrogen? N15. Right? So this is how N15 was given for 17 generation. Then all the DNA became N15. Then they did what? They gave N14 and after that they did density centrifugation. In density centrifugation, there was a molecule which was used and that was cesium chloride, CsCl2. CsCl2. Using this, they could do the density centrifugation. And that is all. Rest of the thing you know. That in every 20 minutes, you can get the new generation. In every 20 minutes, you can get the new generation. Got it? Yes, so heavy will come down, hybrid will come in the middle, and light will come at the top. Got it? Any doubt? We have recalled it, we have revised it also once again. Okay? Cool? कोई doubt है तो बोलो, this is for doubt section. Chetan is asking why nitrogen. Chetan, nitrogen because you get nitrogenous base in DNA, right? So it was very much clear that if you get nitrogen, if you use nitrogen, easily you can do the experiment. Right? Yes, Prakriti, that is right. Okay? Yes? So, this is again a revision for you. I had told you that proof, Meselson and Stahl, that was the proof which was done in E. coli. That was the proof which was done in E. coli. Right? What about in eukaryote? In eukaryote, who had proved it in eukaryote? Taylor. Who had proved it in eukaryote? Taylor in 1958 in the plant Vicia faba. In the plant Vicia faba. So what Taylor had used? Taylor had used what? Taylor had used thymidine. ठीक है? Thymidine. In thymidine, he had used radioisotope technique. He had used hydrogen 3. Hydrogen has 3 form, right? Hydrogen has 3 form or not? Protium. You know it? Tritium is 3, right? This is tritium. This is tritium. Right? So, he had used thymidine. In thymidine, he had used the isotope of hydrogen tritium. Okay, using this, he had proved the semi-conservative nature of DNA replication. All right. Yes. All right. So this is the basic difference between prokaryotic DNA replication and eukaryotic DNA replication, which we have discussed already. Right? I had told you DNA polymerase 3 helps in what? Replication in prokaryote. In case of eukaryote, I had asked you to just remember DNA polymerase. But if you have curiosity, I had told you na DNA polymerase is of 5 types in eukaryote: alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and epsilon. So here everything is given. What helps in DNA polymerization? What helps in proofreading? All the things are given. If you want to remember, you can remember. Okay? There is no need to remember it, but only the prokaryote you need to remember that DNA polymerase 1 helps in proofreading. DNA polymerase 3 helps in the replication process. When it comes to eukaryote, you will just remember DNA polymerase. If you want to remember, everything is given. Ki alpha helps in what, beta helps in what, delta helps in what. Okay? If you want to remember, the difference is given here. My suggestion is there is no requirement of it. Okay? But curiosity, you know, curiosity kills people. So if there is anyone who is very curious to know, you are welcome to study this. Otherwise, there is no need of it. Okay? All right. So in plants, you have the answer, right? In plants, can you recall? Just now I told you. In plant, who proved this DNA replication in plant? Taylor, right? What was the name of the plant? What was the name of the plant? Vicia faba. I hope everything is going into the head. He used what? Radioactive thymidine. In radioactive thymidine, how did he make it radioactive? Using H3, tritium. है ना? Cool. So I hope it is clear. Can we proceed further? And that is transcription. The next process is what? Transcription. So we have learned the entire process of replication. कोई भी doubt है? Any doubt is there? Ask. Any doubt is there, you can ask. Homocatalytic process and heterocatalytic process. Anyone knows the difference? Anyone who can, speak about it? Pranav knows it, but Pranav cannot speak due to some reason. Right, Pranav? Can you speak today, Pranav? You can. Acha, you are not eating today? Okay, Pranav. Tell us, what is the difference?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Ekdam loud and clear. Perfect.
In heterolytic catalysis, the catalyst and reactants are present in different medium. In homolytic catalysis, the catalyst and reactants are present in same medium.
Acha, that is medium wise, na? Heterolytic transcription, if I say it is a heterolytic process, then also we will talk about medium. Acha, he got again muted. So Pranav, what Pranav is saying is right? It is in chemistry, you have learned it, right? Homocatalytic, the medium will be same, the state will be same. And heterocatalytic process, the medium will be different. Everyone knows this, na, what Pranav said, right? Now in terms of biology, what is homocatalytic process? Same. Homocatalytic means if DNA gives you DNA, एक जैसा है ना दोनों. If DNA is giving you DNA, it is what? Homocatalytic process. While when DNA gives you RNA or RNA gives you protein, which means transcription and translation, What are these processes? They are heterocatalytic process because you are not getting the same thing. DNA is transcribing into RNA and RNA is getting translated into protein. So transcription and translation are which kind of process? Heterocatalytic. And the same concept is there, but instead of medium, what we will be learning here, if DNA gives you DNA, homocatalytic process, same product you are getting. If DNA is giving you RNA or RNA is giving you protein, which means transcription and translation, they are which kind of process? Heterocatalytic process. Got it? They are heterocatalytic process. Now, we'll do little comparison. When replication was happening, you know it. When replication was happening, one DNA was giving how many DNA? Everyone knows this now. I have taught this. Right? That one DNA gives you how many DNA? 2 DNA. But in case of transcription, I have already told you, one DNA will give you how many RNA? 1 RNA. One DNA will give you 1 RNA. Now listen to me very carefully. If one DNA is becoming 1 RNA, one strand of DNA, that is making 1 RNA. Which means we are using only one strand of DNA. Think and answer. Are we using only one strand of DNA then? Yes or no? If one DNA strand is making 1 RNA, that means we are using only one strand of DNA. Yes or no? Think. Don't just, go by the book. Logic. If I am making 1 RNA, to make 1 RNA, you will require 2 strands of DNA or 1 strand of DNA. 1 strand, right? To make 1 RNA, you will require 1 strand of DNA. Now the question is, to which strand of DNA we are going to emphasize? Which strand of DNA we are going to use? That is the question. No? If you remember, I had told you, replication happens in 5' to 3'. Yes. Transcription happens in which direction? That will give you the answer. Transcription happens in which direction? This also I have taught. Galat Chetna. Transcription happens in 5'. I have told you, everything happens in 5 to 3. Yes or no? You don't revise. That is why you are making mistakes. Some of you are making mistakes. Right? Replication, transcription, translation, every process happens in 5' to 3'. If it is happening from 5' to 3', which strand of DNA we will be using as template strand? Who will answer this? If it is happening from 5' to 3', which strand of DNA you will use as template? Which strand of DNA you will use as template? 3 to 5? Yes or no? Yes or no? Then only you will make it now from 5 to 3. Got it? So transcription happens from 5' to 3'. Getting it? And it means you require only one strand. एक का मतलब one, है ना? एक is Hindi word. एक का मतलब one. It means only one strand will act as template. Only one strand of DNA will act as template. And that strand will be 3' to 5'. Yes or no? Can it be 5' to 3'? Tell me, answer. Can it be 5' to 3'? No. Because you need to make the RNA from 5 to 3. You need to do complementary base pairing. You need to do complementary base pairing, right? So what will be the template strand? Which one will be the template strand of DNA? 3' to 5'. Reason behind? Because transcription happens from 5' to 3'. So what will be our template strand of DNA? 3' to 5'. This, no. The answer for this is no. We can't use this as our template strand. Got it? Yes? I hope you have got it. Yes. Okay. Chalo. So now I'm gonna, tell you some namings. Listen to me very carefully. So this is clear that if I have two strands of DNA, one is 5 prime to 3 prime and another is 3 prime to 5 prime. Out of these two, 5 prime to 3 prime, 5 prime to 3 prime, can it be considered as template? Tell me yes or no? 5, no, right? Very good. Now coming to 3 prime to 5 prime strand of DNA, we are talking about DNA, okay? Will it be acting as template? 3 prime to 5 prime? Jaldi, response should be fast. Yes, it is template strand. Got it? Template strand. Okay. Now what I am going to tell you is confusing. Okay. So I want your full attention here. Don't tell me later on, ma'am, why, how, this, that. Listen to me very carefully now. If I am making an RNA from DNA, let's say I am considering this. Obviously, this is our template, na? This is our template. Let's say A, T, C, G is there. Can someone tell me what will be the code of RNA? RNA will be from 5 prime to 3 prime, right? What will be the code? For A, it will be what? For A, it will be U or not? Galat ho gaya, Ankita. Nahi, Meghna is wrong. Ankita is right. For T, it will be A. For C, it will be G. And for G, it will be C. Now, look at it very carefully. Can you tell me the code here in DNA strand? Can you tell me the code here in DNA strand? T, A, G, C. You can see now? Now, can you compare this with this? The RNA which has been formed and the code which you get in the 5 prime, 3 prime. Can you match it? Are they matching except at one place? Are they matching except at one place? See? Yes or no? They are matching, right? This is the reason why. This is the reason why this strand is called as coding strand. Because the RNA code which you will get will be exactly ditto carbon copy of 5', 3', except at the place thymine, you will have uracil. Got it? And this is the reason why 5 prime, 3 prime is called as coding strand. Those who listen to me carefully, you must have got this. And 3 prime, 5 prime is called as non-coding strand. Obviously, ulta, है ना? Non-coding strand. Why I am again and again writing G instead of D? Non-coding strand. Got it? Now this is not done. This is not done. This is not done yet. One more name I am going to give, which is going to make sense. Which is going to make sense. This is the RNA, na? This is going to make sense. This is going to make sense, na? Because this will give you protein. Later on, we are going to use this RNA to get the protein. So, where are you getting the sense? Kiska meaning hai? Which has some meaning. This has some meaning or not? Now come back to the DNA strand and try to name. Which one should be called as sense strand? Sense strand. 5 to 3 or 3 to 5? 5 to 3. Think. Is this matching with this one? Except at the position this. Right? So 5 prime to 3 prime. That is also called as sense strand. sense strand. Okay, because that makes sense. That is something which you are going to get in RNA, right? Except at thymine you will have uracil. Got it? Now similarly 3' to 5', you will call it as what? Antisense strand. You will call it as what? Antisense strand. Got it? पहला चीज हमने क्या पकड़ा? What is template strand? Template एक ही काम करेगा. Only one strand will act as template, and that is 3' to 5', because transcription happens from 5 to 3. Got it? Second, the RNA which you get has the similar code as 5 to 3. That is why 5 to 3 is called as coding strand. The RNA which you get is going to make sense because that will give you protein. That is why 5' to 3' is also called as sense strand. Srishti, I have repeated it. Okay? Got it? Why coding and sense? And why this is template, non-coding and antisense? Those who listen to me and those who use little brain, you should have got it. Right? Yes? Okay. Cool. Now, the next information is whatever naming we do, whatever naming nomenclature we do, in transcription process, that happens on the basis of, very important point, that happens on the basis of coding strand. Got it? Listen to me again. If I am doing some nomenclature, you will see, I will tell you later. If I do some nomenclature, that naming will be done on the basis of coding strand. If I say X, है ना, X is written here, okay? So I will tell X is present where? X is present at 5'. What I am saying, can you make it? Can you make out? I am writing X and I am saying X is present at 5'. Why? Because naming will be done on the basis of what? Coding strand. What is your coding strand? 5' to 3'. So whatever you have, the naming will be done based on what? Coding strand. We will not say that it is present on 3'. If we say it is present on 3', it means it is present here. Naming is always done based on the coding strand. So if I say something is present at 3' in case of transcription, it means it is present somewhere here. If I say something is present at the 5', it means it is present here, somewhere here. Always the nomenclature is done on the basis of coding strand. Now, the 5' part, the next information, 5' end is called as upstream and 3' is called as downstream. Okay? Upstream, and this is called as 3' is what? Downstream. So now can I say that X is present in 3' downstream? X is present in 3' downstream. If I write X here, I will say X is present at 5' upstream. Okay, this is how is the convention. है ना? Don't come fighting with me कि मैम why. ठीक है? This is the convention of naming in the process of transcription. ठीक है? This is the convention. This is the convention na? If 0 is here, number line. When you go to left, you write negative. And when you go to right, you write positive. This is the convention, right? You all follow it or not? Number line. Same way, this is the convention that the nomenclature is done by coding strand and the 5 prime is upstream, ऊपर है, and third prime is what? Downstream. Is this clear? The convention is clear? Any doubt in the convention part? The naming will be done according to the coding strand. कोई बोलता है 5 prime, so you should think कि it is present here. ठीक है? All right, according to the coding strand location. So that is that. All right. So I hope you have got our template strand is what? 3rd prime to 5 prime. Because our RNA get formed from 5 prime to 3 prime. Because transcription happens from 5 to 3. 3 prime to 5 prime will act as template. Got it? It is just a revision. Right? Yes? So why this is called as coding strand? 5 prime to 3 prime is called as coding strand. Why? Because if you transcribe this template, same information you will get in the RNA. Except at one place, at place of thymine, you will have uracil. That is the reason why 5 prime, 3 prime is called as coding strand. ठीक है? Yes? Yes? What is your question? RNA is single-stranded, my dear. RNA is single-stranded. Where are you? We are making from 2 strands of DNA. From the beginning, I have been telling you, from 2 strands of DNA, how many RNA we are making? How many strands of RNA? 1 strand of RNA, right? ठीक है? चलो, now, transcription has a unit. Transcription has a unit. ठीक है? In the gene DNA, where you are going to have transcription. पहले तो इसको समझने के पहले, before you understand this concept. You have this DNA, ठीक है? You have this DNA. Now you know that 3 prime to 5 prime. 3 prime to 5 prime is the template. ठीक है? 3 prime to 5 prime is what? Is the template. Now, will all of it make RNA? Will all of it make RNA? From here to here, all the DNA will make RNA? No. All of it will not make RNA. Got it? There will be, some part of it which will make RNA. Some part of the DNA which will make RNA. Some part of DNA which will make RNA. Got it? So, you know that segment of DNA is called as what? Gene. Listen to this concept very carefully. Segment of DNA is what? Gene. So, I am taking a gene outside. Okay? I am taking a gene outside. Now, what is going to be present on this gene which will make RNA? The gene will have what? If this is the gene, in the gene you will have something called as cistron. Or if you want to understand like this, you can understand like this. The gene has what? Cistron. And this cistron will have what? This cistron is going to get transcribed. This cistron will become mRNA. Okay? So this cistron is present in the gene. Now this cistron, which is going to get transcribed, will have a transcription unit. Will have a transcription unit. Okay? Here you will have what? Transcription unit. Now what is this transcription unit? That we are going to see. Okay? This is your DNA. The entire DNA does not make RNA. So what is that which has the information? The gene, segment of DNA. The segment of DNA which is the gene has cistron which will form what? RNA. Okay? And that cistron will have a transcription unit that cistron will have a transcription unit that will get transcribed. That will get transcribed. We will see later on that cistron has two things. We will see that later. Itna concept clear hai? That segment of DNA is the gene. The gene will have cistron and cistron will have the transcription unit. Cistron will have transcription unit. This is clear? If this is clear, then you can now learn this. Okay? That what is transcription? The process of copying the genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA is called as transcription. From one strand of DNA, when you make it RNA, that is called as transcription. Now you know gene will have cistron, cistron will have transcription unit, gene will have cistron, cistron will have transcription unit. Now we are going to see what is present in the transcription unit. What is present in the transcription unit? So transcription unit of DNA has three things: promoter, structural gene and terminator. Promoter, structural gene and terminator. Got it? What I am telling you, that should be clear. Don't worry. I know there can be so many doubts. I have not taught so many things. I am just starting the process now. ठीक है? Promoter, structural gene and terminator. Okay? So now you can see promoter is here, structural gene is here and terminator is here. Promoter, structural gene, terminator. So structural gene is present between promoter and terminator. Structural gene is present between promoter and terminator. In NCERT, if you read now, they have written that structural gene is flanked by promoter and terminator. Structural gene is flanked by promoter and terminator. What do you mean by this? Structural gene is present between promoter and terminator. This is the term which is used in NCERT, flanked. Okay? It is enclosed by, bilkul sahi Vijay. It is enclosed by promoter and terminator. Promoter and terminator. Cool? This is the transcription unit. Now you will get it. I was talking about nomenclature now. Tell me, promoter is present at what location? Location of promoter. Who will tell me? Location of promoter. What is the location of promoter? 5' upstream. Yes or no? Because this is how we name it. Everyone is getting it? Now what is the location of terminator? What is the location of terminator? 3' downstream. समझ आ रहा है सबको? Everyone is understanding how nomenclature is done? Yes? चलो. अब what is the use of promoter? Promoter helps in initiating the transcription process. Structural gene, elongation will happen. You know, RNA will be formed. Initiation will happen at the promoter site. Elongation of RNA, that will happen at structural gene. And termination of RNA formation, that will happen at terminator. Got it? What is the function of promoter, structural gene and terminator? Promoter, initiation will happen. Structural gene, elongation will happen. And terminator, termination will happen. Is this clear? Up to now it is clear? Yes? कोई भी doubt है यहाँ तक तो पूछ सकते हो. Any doubt is there, you can ask. ठीक है? Promoter, structural gene and terminator. This is the location which we have already discussed. ठीक है? So what happens at promoter? What happens at promoter? Initiation. How? Promoter will have a DNA sequence. It is part of DNA, right? Template DNA. Promoter will have a DNA sequence where RNA polymerase comes and binds. Which enzyme comes and binds? RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase. Binding site will be there and it will bind to promoter. Once it binds, what will happen? Initiation will happen and structural gene elongation will keep on happening. Then at terminator, the process will be stopped and RNA will be released out. This is the overall process which I have said. Okay? So tomorrow's class, we are going to learn the transcription process in detail. Up to now, there is any doubt, you tell me. We have not discussed about, prokaryotic transcription process and eukaryotic transcription. Tomorrow we will be talking about how transcription happens in prokaryote and how transcription happens in eukaryote. Okay? This initiation, elongation, termination process is there, right? How it happens in prokaryote and how it happens in eukaryote. There is a homework for you. You can find this out. The homework is this. So here, if this is, 5 prime, 3 prime, this is 3 prime, 5 prime. I will have promoter here, right? Promoter. Then I will have structural gene here. And then I will have terminator. Before promoter, there are some genes. And after terminator, there are some genes which will not get transcribed, which will not form RNA. Obviously, they will not form RNA. Before promoter, there are some sequences. Before terminator, there are some sequences. What are these sequences called as? Before promoter and after terminator, which are not going to get transcribed. What are they called as? That is the homework. First homework. Second homework is why only one DNA acts as template? Why only one DNA strand acts as template? Why can't we have? Matlab, what is the question? Meaning of the question? Why can't we have both the strand of DNA working as template? As we had seen in the case of replication, both strands were working as template. So why only one DNA strand acts as template? Why can't we have, double-stranded RNA? What is the reason? In other word, the question can be reframed as, why can't we have double-stranded RNA? Why can't we have double-stranded RNA? These two are your homeworks. Okay? Why can't we get two strands of RNA? Why can't we have double-stranded RNA? Why only one DNA strand acts as template? Find out the reason. It is in NCERT. You don't have to Google it. Don't Google it. I do not like, when you Google things. Try to find out from NCERT. If you are not able to find it from NCERT, it is fine. But it is written in NCERT. There are two reasons which are given in NCERT. Find that out. Cool? So that's that. और किसी को कोई doubt है ना? If there is any doubt also, you can message me, ठीक है? Meanwhile, I will be answering your doubts also. कोई भी doubt है, you can ask. Everyone has come? Fast. Make it fast. Make it super fast. Only 45 of you have come. Others? If there is any network issue, you can answer in the chat. Okay? Yes, definitely. Okay. Naren, mostly, you should wait for your message from the college, है ना? College will tell you. It varies from colleges to colleges, ठीक है? So if your college is messaging you to come, you will have to go. Mostly doubt solving session they are planning to do. Someone is deoxyuridine. It should be Pranav, deoxyuridine. Can someone tell me what happened to Pritish? Pranav, if you are here, you know Pritish, right? Is he fine? Pritish. From so many days, I am not observing him in the class. Pranav is not here. I think he is also not here. Cool. So I am starting, okay? Just have a quick revision. There are times when there is problem, है ना? So nothing can be done. You can answer in the chat, okay? Sometimes it happens. जल्दी आंसर करो, गलत नहीं होना चाहिए किसी का. No one should do any mistake in this now. 20 adenine and 30 cytosine है. Total number of purine means Ag. So 20 adenine है तो G कितना है? How many G? G will be equal to number of C, right? Yeah, Tejas, Hari, they are right. I know it is done, Ashwarya. There's nothing wrong in revising. Yes. देखो, there are some who did mistake. You can see now. It was done, but still people did mistake. Right? Okay. Chalo. So that is that. Chetan is on top. Done? I'm skipping it now, okay? So 35 of you have answered it correct. Those who were answering it correct, है ना? What will be the groove? Major groove and minor groove. Yes? So Abhishek has come on top. The other questions? Avery, MacLeod and Carty, उन्होंने क्या discover किया था? What did they discover? Biochemical nature, right? They had proved the biochemical nature of genetic material. How? ठीक है. So 20 of you are right and others are wrong. है ना? कैसे? Obviously, when he had used the enzyme DNase, it destroyed DNA, and that is why R could not transform into S. Pooja is on top. Next. The process of formation of RNA on DNA template is called as transcription. It occurs at this is taught, right? Euchromatin and heterochromatin. Light will be euchromatin and dark will be heterochromatin. So which one get transcribed? In the beginning only I had taught this. Only euchromatin can get transcribed. Heterochromatin does not get transcribed. Okay, euchromatin gets transcribed. Euchromatins are transcriptionally active, right? So Shreya, now I can see Shreya here. Origin of replication usually contains. Origin of replication में क्या होता है? I have taught this also. Which sequence you find more in origin of replication? Yes, Chetan is right. Kishore, थोड़ा सा transform करो answer को. Meghna is right. तेजस, थोड़ा और सोचो तेजस एक बार. What will it have? 80 रिच सीक्वेंस, राइट? पढ़ाया है ना ये भी, दैट जहां पे भी ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, जहां पे भी ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन होता है वहां पे 80 सीक्वेंस ज्यादा होता है, यू गेट मोर 80 सीक्वेंस देयर, है ना? ठीक है, रिविजन इज रिक्वायर्ड, ओके, रिविजन इज द की, उसको रिवाइज करो, रिकॉल करते रहो। श्रेया, नाइस। डीएनए वाज प्रूव्ड टू बी जेनेटिक मटेरियल थ्रू द एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ, किसने पूरा प्रूफ किया था? Unequivocal proof. DNA was proved to be genetic material through experiment of. You can see what is happening, okay? You can see the diagram, the image, infection, blending, centrifugation. What is it? When viruses are used, है ना? When viruses are used to transfer the genetic material, that is transduction, and it was done by Hershey and Chase, right? Yes. So 15 of you went for the correct answer. ये भी करा है पहले, we have done it before also, right? So Hershey and Chase experiment was the correct explanation, right? Unequivocal proof. Watson and Crick shared the Nobel Prize for DNA double helix model. With whom? Yes. NCERT, if you follow, you will get it right. Tejas, NCERT एक बार पढ़ना था ना? Yes, पूजा, नरेन, किशोर, हरी, अंकिता, सब सही है? So it is Willikins, right? Along with Willikins, they had got the Nobel Prize. So now no one can take Shreya's position. She is fixed. Escherichia coli is allowed to replicate once in medium having radioactive thymidine. Which one is correct? देखो, they have changed nitrogen to thymidine, right? Escherichia coli, they are growing in radioactive thymidine. What will happen? Escherichia coli is allowed to replicate once, एक ही बार replicate कर रहे हो, and the medium is what? Radioactive thymidine. So the new strand which will be formed, the new strand will have what? Hydrogen 3, है ना? New strand of DNA, the hydrogen of new strand of DNA, that will have what? Hydrogen 3, right? Tritium, है ना? So 25 of you have gone for correct, मतलब concept सबका clear हुआ है. One strand of DNA will become radioactive, right? Because only once you are doing it, right? चलो next question करो. Shreya, you did it wrong क्या? Meghna has come. नजर लग गई श्रेया को. मैंने बोला no one can take her position today. So Shreya went down then. Leading strand during DNA replication is formed. Leading strand during DNA replication is formed. बताओ. कंटिन्यूअस होता है या डिसकंटिन्यूअस होता है? कैसा होता है लीडिंग स्ट्रैंड? इट इज कंटिन्यूअस, राइट? लीडिंग स्ट्रैंड आपका कंटिन्यूअस होगा और लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड दैट इज डिसकंटिन्यूअस. लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड इज व्हाट? डिसकंटिन्यूअस, राइट? मेघना, द लास्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट? यस. DNA replication is सोचो, थोड़ा सा सोचो एंड आंसर करो. There should not be any doubt in semi-conservative. right? In semi-conservative, there should not be any doubt, right? So there are two, the blue color and the yellow color. Your doubt should be in blue and yellow. Now think and answer. In both the strands, is it discontinuous? Think. In both the strands are discontinuous, or in only one strand you get discontinuous. That will give you the answer, right? Yes, that's right. I'll skip it. So more people have done it wrong. 20 of you have done it correct. Obviously, it is semi-conservative, no doubt in that. It is semi-discontinuous also, right? Yes or no? One strand is continuous and the another strand is not continuous. Fragments are there, right? So, कैसे confusion हुआ? Tomorrow we have class. क्यों? What is tomorrow? Thursday, right? We have class tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow we will complete transcription. Okay? And we will go into the topic of genetic code. So Mahavirya, Gauri, second, third, Meghna is on top. Pooja is on fourth and Prajwal is on fifth. Nice. Congratulations. Celebration. Let me end the recording.